It's Week 16 of the National Football League. And coming up, it's Zay Flowers, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Ravens and the Steelers, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay, we're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate Scott, Brock Hewitt here with you as we get set for a division rematch. Brock, one side seeking the sweep, and the other looking for some revenge after how that first showdown went.
What do they say about familiarity? Familiarity does what?
It breeds something, Brock. It breeds, contempt.
It breeds contempt.
Yeah.
These teams don't like each other. They can fake it. They can say all the right things in the papers. They don't want any bulletin board material. But the fact is, you know your division foes better than anybody, and they know you. And that familiarity does bring a little extra heat into this matchup.
Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And we're underway from the bank. For Darrell Patterson now to return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. Leading them out, a man in his 13th NFL season and rising quickly up the career leaderboards, Russell Wilson.
And he wonders, he's about to take his first snap today. Yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great. No interceptions. But just the one touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
Throw secured by George Pickett. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Motioning him from the slot right. On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Pickup of 2 here. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. Russ now from the gun. Catch made by Austin. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Russ setting to throw. Looking sideline and cut by Washington.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
And the Ravens go in nickel, 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Wilson. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
And there won't be a return here. This punt is out of bounds. They'll say inside the 40. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by the reigning MVP, the 2nd of his career, the best runner in the game. It's Lamar Jackson.
Well, what does Lamar Jackson have in store for us this time around? Now a 2-time NFL MVP. We know he is electricity personified on a football field. Must-see TV. He also knows, and these Ravens do too, that they got to take that final step. Got to get to a Super Bowl and ultimately win it for the 2-time MVP.
It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And they had that one contained right at the line. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Another run for Henry. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Deshaun Elliott with that tackle. Call that a modest improvement. 3 yards that time, but still a 3rd and 7 upcoming. Lamar now from the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Steelers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. The caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
The Steeler offense out and ready to go for their 2nd drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. First down, here's Russ. This finds Austin complete. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Ross off the play fake. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who could pull that off.
Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Corliss Waitman on to punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Ravens will go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Another try following the sack. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Patrick Queen in to pick it off. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Thrown at the depth where linebackers come into play in coverage, partner. And sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
Chris Boswell for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. This return makes it up to the 25. The Ravens send Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And it's been impossible to contain this guy as both a passer and a runner all season. Late in the year, look, he's the leader among quarterbacks in rushing yards. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Jackson trying again after the pick. This is caught by Isaiah Likely. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Lamar off the play fake. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. So now they have 3rd and short. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. 3rd and 2, here's Jackson. That's taken in by Henry. And he's gonna bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
They go play fake with Jackson. Andrews with the catch. And he's touched down about 5 yards shy of that 1st down marker. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Lamar throwing again. Completed to Flowers. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Again, it's Jackson to the air. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
Here's Henry on the option. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a 1st with some room to spare.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Running back sent in motion. Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's got Andrews. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did, tote the ball himself for a big run.
They motion Bateman over right. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to blow up a play that how many times do we see as highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
Play action, here's Jackson. He'll get this to Henry. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Neither side separating much so far. Back to the bank in just a moment. Welcome back. Second quarter about to start. Ravens with a chance for at least 3, maybe 6. Gets this one to Andrews. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainer's headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Henry. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
And he's going to advance them down to the 4-yard line. He picked up 6 on the run. Now they're facing 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here, running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Caden. Some players, that's the world they thrive in, finding windows where windows shouldn't exist, and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens tie this game 7-7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Patterson now to return it. Massive hit, the ball is out! And the fumble recovery is made. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first 2 possessions. Wilson now, 1st and 10. Snared by his running back, it's Najee Harris. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Namdi Madubuike making that stop. All right, here we go, 2nd down. From the 28. This ball's caught by Pickens. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Running it after the penalty. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Chopping that play, Trenton Simpson. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Staying on the ground with Harris. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that's going to leave him facing 3rd and 10. Russ now from the gun. That's caught for the 1st. And they'll have it a little shy of the 40 as he goes out. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Second and 6 now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Wilson now from the gun. On the move, headed right. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's a Steelers first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Throwing on third, Wilson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know it's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't. I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give him the lead.
He stopped on the return at the 27. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And he's found many a gift in the end zone this season. As we work through December, he is currently tops in the league in rushing scores. The drive begins with Henry. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
From the 29, he lobs it up, looking deep to the right. Big gain downfield. And he's able to get this down to the 36. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. From the gun, a run for Henry. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
From the gun, Jackson. Well, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
Jackson now on third. Flushed out of the pocket. He's running for it. Takes out a one-stop. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. First down, here's Lamar. Taken in by Likely. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 12-yard line.
Out of the gun, Henry. Stiff arm success. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at him, just put his little hand right out there. It just encouraged it, to fall out of bounds.
Putting a receiver in motion. And he's in for the touchdown. The Ravens take a second quarter lead. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. They broke out the design run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens take a 4-point lead. Patterson now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Harris gets it on the counter. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
This is Harris on second down. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down, just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Second down here, another give to Harris. And he has a gain of 4 on the run, which runs us up to the 2-minute warning. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. So now they're going to throw with Wilson. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. First down, here's Russ. That throw finds Pickens. We'll have him gain up about a handful there, giving that tackle to Kyle Van Noy.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. They've got first down from the 31. Throwing again, here's Wilson. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. Nate Wiggins has got it.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
The Ravens are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he already has a passing touchdown in this game. As you can see, that's what he's done with regularity all year, sitting among the NFL leaders in that category. They'll motion a tight end left. On first down, Jackson finds him over the middle. And that's good for a gain of 5. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Lamar now from the gun. Able to get it to Moore. This is ahead for about 5. Patrick Queen ranging in for the tackle. So before they try it on 3rd and inches, a timeout's called. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Lamar back to throw. Connects with Bateman. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. They'll send their tight end right. Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they face second down. Lamar throwing again. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. And again, it's Jackson. And the Steelers get home. They drop him. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The Ravens gonna punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play. From the 31. Taken in by Harris. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. It was Marcus Williams in on that stop. Ravens bringing extra DB out there. Third down coming up. He's back to throw. Can't find anyone open. He's forced to throw it away.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL where they come down to a play or 2 and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hands, their coach wants to see them convert those.
He's going to try to drop it in deep right. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey.
That's interference. Defense.
So halftime has to wait one more snap. That pass interference call means we've got an untimed down coming up. Dicker connects there. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point. So we've reached halftime here in Baltimore. The Ravens flying into the break with a lead. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. As mentioned, this is the EA Sports Halftime Report. Time to take a look around the NFL and find out what's going on this fine Sunday. Great games galore here in Week 16, with a couple happening on Saturday. The second of which, Steelers and Ravens, the great rivalry at 4:30 Eastern Time. Lots to look forward to in the late games as well. One of the best being up in Seattle, where we find the Seahawks taking on the Minnesota Vikings. And lastly, Monday Night Football has a good one lined up between the New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers. The first half belonged to the reigning NFL most valuable player, number 8, Lamar Jackson. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Wallace with a return here. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Raven offense headed out for this first series of the second half. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. He's on the move. He can run it. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Oh, man, those defensive players hate slippery quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corral them behind the line there. He evades them long enough to turn a potential loss into positive yardage.
Here's 2nd and 2. That's him on the quick hitter. And he's downed after getting us up to the 41. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
It's Henry on the counter. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
Jackson now, 3rd and long. Buys time, rolling right. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
Oh, they're going to run the off. Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. Steelers have it, headed the other way. The 30. He's at the 10. And Pittsburgh's going to take this back for the touchdown. The Steelers take the lead right away in half number 2. A great return out of him, makes a great play into one of our game's biggest highlights with that touchdown.
Yeah, some serious running back skills right there for a linebacker who doesn't get too many chances to show out like that. The only time we normally see him at top speed, Kate, is when he's running down a ball carrier. But to put that ball in his hands, he wasn't going to be denied.
The Steelers will line up.
Wilson's throwing for it. He's got it. Looks like both feet were in, and that's going to get them 2 points. So the turnover ends in 8 points on the board. A very advantageous spot to make the call and go for 2.
I like it. In fact, I like it a lot. Those defenders, they were just sitting over there on the sidelines, and then boom, they got to get on the field. They just kind of scrambled their brains, didn't they? Took advantage of it, and as you said, didn't settle for 7. Oh, no. We're going to step on the accelerator and put 8 on the board.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
Now here's Lamar. Dumped off to his running back. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
Kate, I'm going to call that, even though it looks like nothing on the stat sheet, a win-win for both sides. The defense, well, they rally. They get right to that throw in the flat for a no gain. The offense, they just remind that defense, you not only got to cover us vertically, but we're going to stretch you horizontally as well.
And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Baltimore lined up in punt formation. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Steelers will take over possession. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. They're carried by Harris here to start the drive. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. Harris once more. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd. Now trying to run it with Harris. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
The Steelers set to punt it. Corliss Waitman will kick it away. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. Well, we all know at this point, turnovers the big problem for them in this game, Brock. And not surprisingly, the defense has capitalized on those mistakes on more than one occasion to their benefit.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can be tough to win football games in spite of, right? But over the test of time, turnovers are the #1 thing that cost you games, especially after that first one. Once there's blood in the water, you feel it with the defense. They get all over you, trying to force another turnover and another and another.
At the 19-yard line.
Slot man motioned over. Lamar off the play fake. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
Play action now with Jackson. This finds Likely. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 26. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
On 1st and 10, it's Henry. He's contained at the line for no gain. Tackling like his dad, Joey Porter Jr. making that play. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Sending the tight end in motion left. From the gun, Jackson. Pressure's there, and the steel curtain closes on him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs. But not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
Here he is on 3rd and long. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. The Ravens getting ready for the punt. Jordan Stout's the one to send it away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Steelers and Najee Harris making their return to the field. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. Man, it'll be their football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Ross off the play fake. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Wanted to get that one to Mike Williams. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wilson. Pass taken in by Fryermuth. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And his effectiveness hasn't been limited to what he can do with his arm this season. On that last drive, he reached a significant mark for his efforts on the ground as well. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
1st down, he keeps it left on the option. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They send a tight end in motion. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. That's in the hands of Moore. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st down, here's Lamar. Escape. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play caller, quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first and foremost.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They motion Bateman over right. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Completed to Flowers. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Motioning one of the tight ends. Jackson now on 3rd. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Moore's got it. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Henry on the option. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
All I could tell him there was good luck. You get a safety all over a run like that, they could just smell it like a shark with blood in the water. And you feel fortunate if you're even able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. Escapes out to the left. Oh, he's going to run for it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical first down.
Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Trying to run with Henry. And this defense continuing to erase the ground game. This one stopped at the line. 3 straight runs, stopped short of the end zone. And now what do they do on 4th and goal?
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
Whether they were keyed on him expecting that run or in case of a throw, it worked either way for the defense. When the QB broke for the line, they broke with him, and they drug him down short of the sticks.
And they may say they're not paying attention, but everybody maintaining a constant eye on the current playoff picture. A lot on the line each week for the teams that think they have what it takes to make a run in the postseason. They'll start with a give to Harris. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Staying on the ground with Harris. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kid, I knew it at the time. I think everybody did. We knew the Legion of Boom was special, right? That entire secondary, but their safety's ability, Earl and Cam, to come downhill, to make those tackles behind the line of scrimmage as he just did. I mean, you appreciate great safety play like that.
Just 1 yard on the run. That's going to bring up 4th and 8.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
Punting unit out now. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Got his target. It's Hill. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They give to Henry on the inside handoff. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Along the sideline inside the 25. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Tight end motioning right. On 1st down, Jackson able to get it to Moore. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You've heard that very common term in draft vernacular called catching radius. Let me tell you, as a quarterback, you love tight ends on drag routes because that catching radius for such a big target, then you see him, you eye him, and there's a comfort level between QB and tight end to make that connection. Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens now trailed by just a point in the 4th. Deontay Johnson with the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
We're back on EA Sports. This has been an absolute chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Tucker on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Austin. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Wilson now from the gun. He lets a heater go deep. Big gain downfield. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. 1st down, here's Russ. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
Chased out to his right. He's keeping it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure. and occasionally make plays just like that. Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, these DNs love to get after the quarterback, but the most well-rounded of them are the guys who can anchor your run defense too. Mission accomplished.
He'll throw it. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? And it chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And late in the fourth, they have grabbed a lead.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Wallace with a return here. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Connects with Johnson. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. To throw. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
He's on the move. He's running for it. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Trying to push it deep downfield. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
They give to Harris from the gun. And he's going to take this only to about the 31. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Running behind center with Harris. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. He's down to a knee, and the Steelers getting ready to celebrate this victory. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. This won't run out the clock just yet, Brock. They're going to have to kneel it again after this one. With the win in hands, they'll take the knee and let this clock run out.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. And they take not just the victory, but some serious year-long bragging rights home with them after this one, as they finish off the sweep of their division rivals. With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Baltimore.